Triple M rocks the NRL 24/7 through the Triple M app. Thanks to Ream. Steady, hot and strong. Install a Ream.
For McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy.
It will be the end of the road for Parramatta or Newcastle in a couple of hours as Triple M rocks the footy. Knockout football, the final game of week one. What's turned out to be a fabulous weekend. Yesterday's games were superb. And we welcome you across the Triple M network through the Central Coast, through Coffs Coast, Dubbo, Riverina, Newcastle, the Central West, the mid-north coast of New South Wales, and in Queensland through Bundaberg, through Cairns, through Fraser Coast, Mackay, Darling Downs, Townsville, of course, Central Queensland, Rockhampton. It's a home game for you today, and Sydney and Brisbane, and of course through the Listener app. Hot conditions, it's what we expected for Rockhampton. Ryan Girdler, James Graham, the call team. Ben Dobbin on the sideline with Dan Ganane. Girds, hello Dan. To you once again.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, happy to be here, Dan. Looking forward to this one. Just want to get over last night's loss. A little bit shattered after the Panthers went down in that tight one against South Sydney. But looking forward to a nice, dry contest out here this afternoon. Two teams that really like to throw the football around, and fair bit of pressure on both these sides, obviously, Dan, because the loser leaves town. So we saw that in the Titans-Roosters game yesterday. What a finish we had there, and you're right, it's been a fantastic weekend of footy, and I think we're going to finish on a really special note here this afternoon.
I think we're all deflated after Friday night. Not that we're anti-Melbourne, but thought, it's going to be predictable. It's going to be Melbourne-Penrith, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it was going to be a boring run, a very, as I said, predictable run until not now. Not now. James Graham, hello to you once again. Who's got more pressure on them here this afternoon?
Yeah, probably Parramatta, I'd say. Yeah, just with, a lot of talk throughout the good start that they had to the season, and everyone was talking, we'll judge Parramatta in September. Well, September's here, and they're going to be judged on this performance. Penrith awaits the winner. This should be a fascinating tie. Obviously, the Saturday action was insanely good. If it's half as good as those two games, we're in for a great afternoon. And sudden death, I can't wait to watch this one. I think this was probably most people's pick for being the tightest contest throughout the week, barring the Manly Melbourne game. But yeah, so tight contest. Really looking forward to this one. Two forward packs that love the ball in the hand. They love action. They love going after each other. So can't wait to see that battle in the middle third of the field.
Who would have thought this place would host a final 6 months ago? Rockhampton. It looks great. It's a small venue, but it is jam-packed. And here come the Newcastle Knights. Kalen Ponga, the fullback. Anari Tuala and Heimel Hunt, the wingers. Kurt Mann, Bradman Best, the centres. Jake Clifford and Mitchell Pearce, the halves combination. It's a menacing forward pack. Daniel and Jacob Saifidi, Jaden Brayley, the hooker, Tyson Frizzell, Mitch Barnett, and Suaso Sue, a big pack. Connor Watson back to the bench. Dave Clemmer, Josh King, and Brodie Jones. The Knights, things have turned around since the arrival of Jake Clifford, and that also coincided with Kalen Ponga and Mitch Pearce getting some sustained action on the arena. Well, here come the Parramatta Eels. It's an unusual-looking team. Clint Gutherson, the fullback. Hayes Dunster, Blake Ferguson, the wingers. Will Penasini and Wanga Blake, the centres. Dylan Brown and Mitch Moses, the halves. Then we get to the forwards. Regan Campbell-Gillard is back. Ray Stone, a surprise at hooker. Junior Paulo with Regan Campbell-Gillard. The back row, Sean Lane, Rada Niokore and Nathan Brown. And the back row, Will Smith, Bryce Cartwright, Isaiah Papali'i. He started pretty much all year. He's back to the bench. And Makaheshi Makatoa, Ryan Madison, remarkably, is out of the team. In fact, he's not even 18th man. Tom Opacek is the 18th man.
You can only think the reason that Ryan wasn't included in the place of maybe a Bryce Cartwright is because of Bryce's ability to potentially fill a position in the halves better than Ryan. Otherwise, why you haven't got Ryan Madison on your bench is beyond me.
Give me a tip, Gerds.
Eels.
What about you, Jimmy?
Likewise, Eels as well.
Okay.
Oh!
It's not a good start for Parramatta.
You are kidding.
A kick out on the full. Not only was it wide, it was long.
Oh.
Clint Gutherson, a diabolical start, and Newcastle get a penalty. Let's get a quick picture painted here by Ben Dobbin on the sideline. Hello to you, Dobbo.
Yeah, g'day guys. Well, Newcastle won the toss. They are running with the breeze to the south. There is a huge breeze in this first half. So that kick that went dead was a massive kick from Parramatta, a real mistake as Newcastle go on the attack straight away.
Well, he was 5 metres long and it was 5 metres wide from Gutherson. So the Knights, this is a gift as Suaso Su first to hit it up in jersey 14. These sides met mid-season. Most of the Knights' guns were out. Parramatta won that day 40-4. As it looks like Daniel Saifidi here is met and put down, and he'll be playing it 30 metres out to Brayley. Throws to the right to Pearce. Keeps it going to Clifford, turning it inside to Frizzell. Puts on some footwork as he runs into Brown, Dylan Brown, and two others there for the Eels as the Knights get to the 20. It comes from Brayley to the left to Pearce on to Ponga. A cut-out ball for Best, off threatening, but then wrapped up by Ferguson and also Penasini. Short side play, comes to the left, Ponga, out it goes, they're in! Anari Tuala has scored. This is a remarkable opening. The Knights are up 4-0 and we haven't even got to the 92nd mark.
Oh, what an incredible start. Kick-off out on the full by Gutherson, but you have to see the work from Kalen Ponga down that left edge. He goes down there, he throws a beautiful pass, he draws Ferguson in on the play before. Ferguson gets caught at marker, and then Ponga strikes again, goes down that edge, knows that he's only got Mitchell Moses out there on the flank, so he gets his man Tuala on his outside, and Moses doesn't know what to do. It's a lovely pass out in front. He does really well, Tuala, James, but what a play by Kalen Ponga.
Yeah, we spoke about starting fast and the importance of starting fast in this game, and Parramatta obviously kicking the ball out on the full, first time down, defending their line. They concede the try. The players on the right-hand side were just out of sync, out of position, and that's what's led Moses defending on the wing, and he's just turned in. It's a great play from Ponga. It was a 3-on-3, and he nailed that situation. Great start from Parramatta.
He had to be the
Newcastle
man.
Knights, sorry.
He had to be the man. You know, like, I mean, coming into this game, I mean, we know everyone spoke about Mitchell Pearce and the experience and Saifidi, and if they're going to generate points against a really good defensive side, and Parramatta generally are that, it had to come from Kalen Ponga. And the way that he started, Dan, to take him to the left, to bring him back to the middle, and then go down the left again and isolate Ferguson, just brilliant.
So, kick here for Jake Clifford from the left touchline. He is 38%. Wind in play as well on the tyre power kick predictor. Safety is a tyre power priority. They're open now for safety checks and, of course, their footy final sale. Here's the kick starting out to the right and not coming back. No goal, but a remarkable opening. 4-0 Newcastle, Triple M rocking the finals for Ream Hot Water.
Hot water needs replacing? Go for one that's steady, hot and strong. Ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Great start for Newcastle. Tuala has scored 8 tries in his past 6 games, and that try equals his season tally high of all time. He scored 11 last year. He's now on 11. The Knights firing early.
Parramatta now, they've just got to reset, get themselves back into the game. Obviously not the start that they would have wished for. They've been looking to put on a great defensive set, make the Newcastle Knights kick from inside their own half. They get an opportunity to do that now.
And this time the kickoff is much better, taken on the try line by Mitch Pearce. And he gets it on here to one of the big forwards for the Knights. That's Jacob Saifidi. James Graham and Ryan Girdley, your experts for Cbus Super, delivering consistent long-term returns for members. Cbus for all of us. Ponga lurking behind play here as Daniel Saifidi hits it up. They've got such strength up front, Newcastle. That's the big challenge for Parramatta, as now Ponga skipping down the left. Oh, taking the line on and threatening. This time he's wrapped up, but boy, he hit that at pace. And he'll play it now, 10 short of halfway. Pearce kicking before the last, and he's got the win. But straight to Gutherson, who takes it cleanly and hairs back and is almost up to halfway. Good field position for Parramatta to start this set. So it's Parramatta now with their first set, and they've conceded a try before they've effectively had a touch, as it's now played by Hayes Dunster. And that's followed up by Sean Lane, just going one out here. 3 gone here for the Eels. 4 minutes gone on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Stone dummy half in his second game as a starting hooker in the NRL. He sends it to the right, where it comes to Niokore, met by Clifford. Back in field on the next to Campbell Gillard. Missed the last 5 weeks. Crashes up to the 30. Well handled though. Clifford and Barnett there for the tackle. Last to the right, as Moses puts up a high kick, floats in the air. Oh, no problem though for Ponga. Just a touch deep there to give the chasers any real hope. And Newcastle start this set 10 from their own line. It's Newcastle 4, Parramatta 0. And now the try scorer Tuala is just taken comfortably here. Parramatta steaming up out of the line. Bradman Best. Oh,
good shot. Is that Stone?
That is Ray Stone, who can deliver a shot. And Campbell Gillard was there as support. Now one of the Saifidis, Jacob, is brought down here. Newcastle not many metres in this set. Frizzell just barely over his own 30 as the last is signalled. Comes here to Pearce. Oh, he gets a big talk downfield here. That's a huge kick. It's going to be too big. And that has gone 65, nearly 70 on the full. Gutherson was just happy to let that pitch about a metre inside the dead ball line, and it bounced into the crowd at the southern end. This is an enormous breeze. 4-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, two really good defensive sets from Parramatta off the back of conceding tries. They'll be really pleased with that, making Newcastle kick early and both from inside their own half. So good signs from Parramatta after that early wobble.
So now Blake Ferguson carrying it forward here, where he's collected. Parramatta running to the northern end of this Brown Park at Rockhampton. Nathan Brown now, he cuts it up the middle, where he's collected by Brayley and Frizzell. Left side it comes to Dylan Brown and to Sean Lane, that familiar edge run of his, where he's stopped by two defenders. Played back to Stone, throws to the right to Nathan Brown. Early ball for Moses, who has a dart and threatens momentarily, but then hauled in by Barnett and Sue. Tidy set, 2 tackles left. It comes to Niokore. Oh, strong run. That shades of early in the season for Murata Niokore. Makes it beyond the 30. Last tackle comes to Moses. Puts it up high. The wind's going to hold it here. It's coming down on the 20. It's caught here by Penasini. Or Blake. He got a pass on. It's kicked. It's taken by Dylan Brown.
Didn't get it down.
He didn't get it down, Dylan Brown. Oh, the hard work was done. The kick was wonderful. There was a forward pass before it got to the man who put the ball into the goal in Sean Lane. It was a wonderful kick, though, and all Dylan Brown had to do was haul it in and fall.
What a play. Kalen Ponga. Big plays in big moments, Dan. He was there. You're exactly right. Dylan Brown got to the football first. He had it within his grasp, and it was the effort there from Kalen Ponga to come across and chop at his arms and dislodge the football that saved the try. Newcastle now breaking out of their backfield, Dan. This game's got absolutely everything so far.
And it is warm. Dobbo can tell us about that in a moment, but you sense it could be really an end-to-end thriller this afternoon. Now it comes out to the right to Pearce for Newcastle. On to Frizzell. Oh, sharp spin as he got away from Dylan Brown, but not Wonga Blake. Brayley's man overruns him, and then he throws a forward pass anyway. Oh, how's that been missed? That's a shocker from the touchy. 30 metres out, last tackle, comes to Mitch Pearce, puts up a kick, Wynn's going to carry it towards Ferguson. Nice. Great confident catch by Blake Ferguson as he's dropped down. 4-0 Newcastle, down to Dobbo on the sideline.
Yeah, that was a great take by Blake Ferguson. The wind is swirling around a lot, as you said, Dan, and it has been a really hot day here in Rockhampton. It's been, all the locals saying it's been as hot as it has been going into the summer. 29 degrees, humidity's up. The sun now has gone behind the grandstand, so lots of wind and starting to cool. But this is going at a frenetic pace.
Sure is. Junior Paulo bounding down the middle. Got past one. Taken down here. Parramatta making good metres. They're inside Newcastle territory as Nathan Brown passes the line to Campbell Gillard.
Frizzell's gone.
Frizzell was KO'd there. He's gone down like a boxer.
Gone.
They're going to have to stop play here, and he's going to have to come off. High kick goes up. Wing collects it. Moses takes it himself, and now he just taps it back. Kurt Mann comes in for Newcastle, scoops on it. He's in a wrestle here with Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown comes up with it, and that's going to be a fresh set.
Why haven't they stopped the game, Dan?
Well, Parramatta have got to realise this and run at him. And I know that sounds cruel, but now finally the
Why
referee...
does it take him 2 tackles? You can see the incident happened right in front of Ashley Klein then. Now we need to be more aware of player welfare in these situations. It took three tackles almost to get Frizzell some assistance that he needed. He was out on impact there with Campbell Gillard's, it looked like his left knee or thigh, or it's his hip actually.
It's a head in the hip, isn't it?
He's gone for the game.
Yeah, it looks that way. He just got the style of tackle just slightly wrong, and that's one of the risks when you go low on a big man, one-on-one.
Why does this happen? Sorry to cut you off, Jimmy, but this happens so often now in our game.
Yeah, man, the game's happening, things are happening so quick, and you've got split-second decisions to make, and it's easy sat here in the commentary box looking at the situation going, you're just going to stay high there, but because things are moving so quickly.
So it's the pace of the game.
It's the pace of the game, mate, and the split-second decision-making. But what's interesting here today, to go away from the Frizzell situation, is just how important the kicking game's going to be and how important the wind is going to play in that fact. Obviously, they've gone a couple of high balls, Parramatta, and it's almost gone backwards from where the kicking point was.
You're not going to believe this. Frizzell has got the all clear.
Oh, no, the doctor will pull him off.
That's a shocking look.
He'll be taken off.
Moses beats one, beats another, gets to the 10. Oh, then he rides a heavy bump from Suaso Su, but Moses gets up quickly. Played to Stone. Throws left to Nathan Brown. On to Dylan Brown. Out to Gunnar Set. Gets it on to Blake. Blake is over. Oh, that's classic football from Parramatta. Wonderful roll on. Newcastle couldn't keep up. And Parramatta back in business. A diabolical start, but 4 points all. Kick from mid-range.
Yeah, lovely little set piece out this left-hand side. Wonga Blake there. Love to see him in open spaces. And, gee, he was afforded the opportunity then just to throw the nice dummy and take on the Newcastle defence. On the back of Mitchell Moses, a couple of really good runs, incisive runs, and some quick play the balls from the Parramatta halfback, playing with lots of confidence. Brown into the line, off to the other Brown. Lovely little hands by the King Gutherson, and as we just spoke about there, Wonga Blake in that sort of situation. Too big, too strong, and a great hit back by the Eels.
Yeah, lots of options to Parramatta to play for, and it's out the back, and a beautiful short pass from Gutherson to Blake, who's in pretty much untouched. He's got his option on his outside, but he just takes inside Ponga and puts the ball down, and Parramatta are level.
You've got to wonder, they played to this right-hand defensive side of Newcastle. Tyson Frizzell is still out there. You just wonder how he's feeling at the moment, you know, with a whole lot of numbers coming at him, whether his decision-making is what it needs to be. But
I think Dobbo's got an update. Dobbo, well, let's go to you before this kick at goal.
Yeah, well, at this present moment, we've got the doctors re-looking at that video. I think I was with you, Gerds. He should have come straight off. And the fact that the trainer's out there trying to keep him right and saying it's all right, he should have been pulled straight away, put someone else on. When we're talking about welfare issues, these are the big ones as Parramatta line up to try and convert.
79% Mitch Moses. Should be a sitter, but the wind is in play. Tyre Power kick predictor. This to put the Eels in front on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Nothing can frighten a Triton. Moses, 15 in from touch. That's a lovely strike. 6-4, Parramatta, Triple M rocks the finals.
Join a leading industry super fund with strong long-term returns and insurance made for building, construction and allied industry workers. Join Cbus Super. To consider if Cbus is right for you, visit cbussuper.com.au.
Yeah, it's a strange one regarding the Frizzell situation. The fact that we can see it, it's happened, 3-4 minutes ago now. We would have known to bring him off the field. But no one on the field, or no one at the ground has done that. Whether or not it's a facility issue with being at a regional ground, I'm not too sure. But really, Frizzell should be leaving the field of play.
And it is, look, Jimmy.
Well, Dobbo knew, and he's hit the ground.
Yeah.
It looks like he is off, and I think Brodie Jones is on now.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. So, Parramatta now, 6-4 leaders. We've had 10 points in the first 10 minutes. Triple M rocks the finals for Maccas. The Monopoly game is back. Game on. I've got 3 free prizes now in my little stash.
You were after Mayfair the other day. How'd you go?
No, I got Mayfair. It's Park Lane. Park Lane. That's the one that, mate, I get that. I'm rich. Here it comes now here to Moses.
Oh, Moses with another good run. Are you still the shoe, Dan? You like being the shoe?
No, I like the hat, the top hat, as it comes down to the 30-metre line here with Will Penasini. Good set for Parramatta. They're just making metres at will. High kick from Moses. In the breeze it goes. Good catch by the winger for Newcastle in Heimelhunt. But Newcastle again start a set from their own 10. So the general run of play, it's all Parramatta. It was just an awful kick-off that gave Newcastle the hot start. Here's Ponga now at dummy half, throwing it onto Tuala, and he's met and dragged down. Set restart, handy for the Knights. They were going nowhere as Barnett bites into the line, and he's dropped down by 3 Eels defenders. Play back now to Brayley, who gets it on to Jones, and Jones has had an excellent season for Newcastle. Barely up over his own 30 here, and he'll play it here on tackle 4 as Brayley goes to Daniel Saifidi, keeps going left as Clifford gives early ball for Bradman Best, but Best is handled pretty well by Penasini and Ferguson. So it comes back infield now, and Daniel Saifidi's second hit up. Gee, it's a strong run. It's a quick play the ball, and it's got Parramatta backpedaling, and that allows Clifford to take a few steps before he tucks in a kick to the right wing, and there to take it is Gutherson, but he's got nowhere to go. That's an excellent set from the Knights, but Parramatta up 6-4, Mitsubishi tried.
Yeah, it was a really good set there from the Knights. Nice kick and a nice chase on the end of it. That's what they needed. But, gee, you can just see the confidence in Mitchell Moses after that Melbourne win and how well he played. He's come out this afternoon, 3 really good runs, and you can see that in his halves partner as well. He's taking the whole side forward with him. Dylan Brown with a great run, and because Ray Stone's a dummy half, they're going to get some clean service, but they're going to have to create the variations around the ruck.
So Stone, on to Nathan Brown, and they just sat back and waited. Parramatta back inside Newcastle territory, but that whoosh means it's the last as Moses. He kicks long this time, and the wind actually doesn't do anything with that, and it just is taken easily by Ponga. Veers to the left, turns it inside to Best, and Best is put down 20 short of halfway. This is good end-to-end stuff. Nothing wrong with hot footy, Gerds, hot weather. It just opens it right up.
Do or die, Dan, aren't they? They're just leaving it all out there. It's brilliant.
And now,
it's all right for you, Geds, playing in the centre, but when it's hot in the middle, mate, it is no fun. Trust me, mate. So you guys hang out on an edge? Yeah, bring on the heat. Not for those guys in the middle.
Come on, buddy. You go off after 20 minutes. What are you talking about?
Now, Daniel Sofidi's claiming he's the victim of a crusher. Play's been paused here. They could use a penalty, the Knights, because they're stuck on their own 20 on tackle 3. And while we've got a little pause in play here, let's go to Ben Dobbin on the sideline.
Well, Mitchell Moses has started this game phenomenally, as you were saying, Ryan Girdler, but for Mitchell Pearce, it hasn't been the same. He's yet to get his hands on the ball. He's just sort of standing there catching pass. He hasn't had a run yet. He's made a couple of tackles. If Newcastle want to be successful this afternoon, Mitchell Pearce needs to step up, take the ball to the line and create some attack.
Dobbo, am I right in suggesting winner of this plays Penrith? We know that. And that'll be the Saturday night final in Mackay, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct, Dan. Yep, that's the Saturday Southern Death game.
Okay, so Manly Roosters Friday, both at Mackay. Here's a cumbersome play by the Knights. They shoveled it out left where they really fancied their chances, but Ponga, he threw an awkward one. It was well taken in the end by Tuala, but he went nowhere. High kick on the last. Wind drags it back to the 10, taken by Gutherson, and Gutherson is raced up upon and met and put down. So the scoring has slowed for a few minutes here. Parramatta 6-4 after 14 minutes on the Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard as Triple M rocks the finals for Ream Hot Water. Sudden death footy here on the M's is now Dylan Brown on to Wanga Blake, the try scorer for Parramatta. Nice tidy play the ball as it comes out to the right from Moses. Early service for Penasini, playing just his 4th first-grade game. And he's got a bit of strength about him. He's almost up to halfway here. Playing it back to Moses. Throws off to Paul. On to Nathan Brown. Lovely hands to Gutherson. His dummy fallen for by Mann, but 2 other defenders didn't take the bait. Jones one of them and Pearce the other. And Gutherson knocked over on halfway. Last, Moses. Plenty of time to boot the ball here. Geez, the wind might have died off a touch here because that's gone 50 on the full. And now it's just a hell of a kick from Pearce as Tuala spun out of a tackle before he's put down.
Dan, just so everyone understands the quality of this game, we're almost 16 minutes in and there has not been one error and it's been played at a frenetic pace.
You blokes have hardly had a chance to say anything because it's just non-stop at the moment. Here it comes now. I feel like Johnny Tapp in the 12th Man tapes as it comes. You know how he exploded? There's Daniel Saifidi who's wrapped up and he'll play it now. Ponga around a dummy half. Goes down the middle and almost gets through. And then gets up. He got away from the tackle of Brown Nathan. And then a loose pass again. But again, it is an okay result for the Knights as it's taken by Heimel Hunt. On the last, Pearce goes to the air, end over end. And under it is Gutherson. Holds out the arms. Isn't that a popular thing now for the fullbacks these days, to hold out the arms and then sort of cradle the ball in? And they hit it up here through Blake Ferguson. Parramatta 15 short of halfway.
Yeah, to go to Geds' point, it is being played at a frantic pace and obviously sudden death and everything on the line. I just wonder how long both teams can keep going at it. No doubt the messages will be coming out from the coaching staff in the box saying, hang in there, we'll get them. But it's a great game so far.
Now this is strange.
This is strange, Dan.
Blake Ferguson's gone down. He's pointed straight at his calf and just yelled at the referee that something illegal happened.
I can only think that someone's trod on his leg intentionally. Oh, no, it's the twist of the leg by Suaso Su. That's what Fergo's blowing up about, and rightly so. Not happy with that at all. And they'll get the penalty there, but Suaso Su goes in. First contact is above the knee, but then he gets the crocodile roll going, Jimmy.
Yeah, it looks like he's just clamped the ankle in, and he's on report for that. Be interesting to see what the match review committee make of that one.
A crocodile roll. We haven't had that in a while.
It was a dead set crocodile roll.
No.
Well, we're in Rockhampton, Dan.
Do they have crocs in Rocky, Dobbo? It's not the
Yes,
northern.
they do.
Do they?
Yes, they do. The Fitzroy River has been known for a sighting of a crocodile.
Good on
They
you,
come
Dobbo.
down here, the mighty Fitzroy River.
So here's Ferguson limping it off. He really was hurting that tag. He's going to be okay.
Well, I wonder who's going to come on. So Papa Li'i will obviously come onto the back row. They'll move Niokora into the centres potentially and put Blake or Penasini out on the wing. But hopefully he's okay to come back on there, Fergo.
You like nature. Would you go swimming in a river with Crocs? You don't. You.
I like nature. That's a big statement there.
I do.
I love nature.
You go on your camps. And
I do. Yeah, I'm always out in the surf.
Well,
doing
you can
something
have
in
the Crocs for yourself.
No, I'm not going to. I mean, my wife's German. She's terrified of crocodiles.
Now, ball's put into touch here. There's 30 metres out. Dobbo, the great outdoorsman, he probably can catch a croc as now comes to the left. Nathan Brown onto Dylan Brown. Keeps it going to Gutherson. On it goes to Blake. Holds it up, turns it inside to Dunster, cuts back in field, and he's up to the 20. This is only tackle 1. Parramatta 6, Newcastle 4, Mitsubishi Triton. Gutherson dummy half to the right to Dylan Brown. Keeps it going to Nathan. Now on to Paulo. Got an offload. Now it's Mitchell Moses feeding it on to Papali'i. And Papali'i is stopped cold here. Good scramble from the Knights, Barnett in particular. Still on the 20 is Campbell Gillard down the middle. Oh, haven't they missed this? The big fella just steaming down centre field. Played now to Stone. Throws left to Moses. Runs at the line.
Oh, ball.
What a pass from Dylan Brown onto Dunster, but the defence went across. Dunster probably thought he was home there, but he just pulled up, and that gave the Knights enough time. Comes back infield to Nathan Brown here as he just goes up centre field. That's an unbelievable ball from Dylan Brown. What a pity for him. No result. He'll get it again. He's got it. This time just goes conventional under Gutherson. Gives it to Blake. Blake almost there, but he's going to be stopped this time. And he'll play it one out from his own line. So Newcastle survive. Well done to them. Ben Dobbins sideline.
Well, you've got to love regional rugby league, and with that comes dramas. So to give everybody an understanding, the official time clock has broken here at the ground. So the NRL at the moment have lost the understanding. They're trying to get it fixed so they know that the players, the officials, don't know how long the game's been going for. So
what a shot.
This is just first to 30 wins.
Hey, Dobbo, go up and give it a whine, would you?
Yes, Now, Parramatta are loading up here, and Newcastle players are being smashed. Jacob Saifidi was hammered, and now Daniel Saifidi comes the same treatment.
He's going after the Saifidis.
And Papali'i was there as backup, but now Barnett is claimed inside his 20. This is good stuff from Parramatta. And on the last, they have to kick from inside the 20. Hell of a kick from Clifford. He got the wind at his back there, and he used it. But it was well caught by Dunster, who brings it back almost to halfway.
What a defensive set that was from the Parramatta Eels. They're so vicious with their contact. They were hunting for the Saifiti boys, and they got them a number of times. Brilliant defence. Brown, Campbell, Gillard, Paulo, a lot of them Stones in there. Magnificent defence.
Oh, it's James Graham almost sounding aroused as goes to the 30-metre line. He's rolling the sleeves up as now comes out here Nathan Brown onto Dylan Brown.
That's all he's rolling up.
Delayed, who's picked up and dumped here 22 metres out. And now it's Stone onto Moses. He drills a kick here, and chasing is Gutherson as it finds the in goal. But Clifford's got a chance, you know. Clifford gets into the foul of play. Oh, and then he's picked up and dumped by Papali'i.
It was Ray again, Dan.
You're right.
It was Ray.
Here we go again.
It's like Trebojevic, you know, when you see someone just go up and lose their legs, it's usually Ray underneath.
And now he's Bradman Best, and they let him run, and he's almost up to the 20. Hasn't Stone's service been tidy out of dummy half? Just giving Parramatta that roll on us now.
Been rock solid, Dan.
As well, ding, ding, ding. And now is Barnett almost up over the 30. This game is camped at the northern end. Parramatta right on top. Only 6-4 on the scoreboard, but momentum is all with them. Now, the kick from Pearce. It just wrong foots Gutherson. The bounce was a little awkward, and he takes it eventually. Gutherson veers to the right, and he's brought down. Daniel Saifidi is off the field. In fact, that's Jacob. Only 4 runs for 22 metres. Daniel 7 runs for 50 metres. The Parramatta front row on top. As Parramatta now work it out, Penasini, he plays it as it comes to Dylan Brown on the Makatoa. Geez, been a good story, Makatoa. And Tyson Frizzell trawling the sideline, by the way. He might be ready to come back into the game. Dylan Brown gets it on there to Wanga Blake. Ducks under the Pearce tackle. He ran behind his own player. He got to the ground and, well, the ref decided he got down quick enough.
In that situation, are you best just letting him run through?
If you're the Knights, yeah.
Just let him go.
Now Makatoa is carrying it up to the 30.
You do.
It's like the offside trap, Gertz. Now it comes into the right to Pearce. Tucks in a kick. That's a beauty. Gets in behind the wing of Tuala, but Tuala does equally as well to get back into the field of play. So you heard the call, 6 again, but they've still got work to do here. Bradman Best is picked up a dub.
Stone again.
This is an inspired selection from Brad Arthur so far. 22 minutes gone. But Ray Stone,
Hang on.
he's defending like his namesake from yesteryear.
This mightn't be a popular opinion, but I just don't believe Tyson Frizzell should be coming back on the field this afternoon, Dan. There's a criteria in place with the HIA, and I saw enough directly after contact to let me know that there's been some damage done to Tyson in some way, shape or form, and he should not be participating again here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's tough for me to admit, but I think I agree with you, mate. I really do. Going off what the protocols are supposed to be, yeah, I saw enough there that he shouldn't be allowed to return. Tyson's a really good friend of mine. I'm surprised to see him back out there.
Yeah, well, you know, he's passed all the tests. The main error really initially was letting him stay on for a few plays. That's what really was the bad look, and now it's followed up by him back in the game. Newcastle spin it out to the left as it comes now here to Bradman Best, and what's happened
Connor
here?
Watson taken late.
What's happened here?
Connor Watson's dug into the line and taken very late.
On report. Okay.
Who's that on report there? It is Murata Niokore.
They've been really disciplined, Dan, to open this one. Are we still at 100%? Both sides have now completed 10 out of 10. It's been an outstanding start.
Yeah, they're playing footy too. They're not
really
tucking it under the arm.
But this is, again, just a really physical game, and just a little bit late there from Niokore. Not a lot in it, but that's exactly the little break that Newcastle needed, because you spoke about a couple of minutes ago, Dan. Everything's been played. They came down and scored in the first set, Newcastle. Then I don't think they've been out of their half.
Oh, well, we get to take a little pause here. Let's send it down to Dobbo on the sideline.
All right, to give you a quick update on the clock situation, they had a big screen here and it blew up. So this is the second big screen they've got here, and now it's gone the blink. Here, this is dead set. You couldn't script this stuff. At the moment, the time clock's still not working. Literally got it by stopwatch at the moment.
Okay, thank you, Dobbo. We've got a TV clock, but that is never in sync with the game clock, so we'll just hope there's no catastrophe. Here's Frizzell, drop down 20 away. In front of the post here for Newcastle, where Brayley fires it to the left of Pearce. Pearce gets it on to Clemmer. Clemmer is wrapped up. Knights, after the try, have only had one set inside Parramatta territory. Brayley comes to the right, away to Clifford. Short ball, Frizzell, almost through. Just held on to by Stone and Blake. Last here, Brayley to Ponga. Ponga miscues the grubber, comes off an eel, then thrown wildly across field. Taken by Best, he's 20 away. This is only tackle 1. Defence converges, and Best goes to ground 10 in from touch, 10 metres out from the line, but it's a full set for Newcastle. Now Pearce. First receiver, onto Watson. Watson keeps it going here, and the number 16 is Josh King, and he's picked up and dubbed. Parramatta 6, Newcastle 4, Mitsubishi Triton. Brayley fires it right to Pearce, runs at the line, gives it to Clifford. His pass might have been touched. Comes away here to Heidelberg. Inside one, inside another, and he strolls over. That is a soft try that might need a little inspecting, but for now, it's going to be a Newcastle try as one of their players goes tumbling, misfiring in the celebration. 8-6 to Newcastle.
Yeah, they worked over this right side on a couple of occasions, and this time, it looked like it fell a little bit short because the pass was a looping ball that just allowed the Parramatta defence to end up getting over the top there to Heimel Hunt, and there was 4 Parramatta players just involved in trying to stop him, but just kept coming back off that right foot and goes in under the post. Really shouldn't have been a try. The game's been It's been so frenetic, it's been so fast. You've got to think the fatigue's got to play a part in this and a little bit of decision-making by these Parramatta players, but he does brown all ends up, still pushes inside for the Youngo Makatoa, and then just under the sticks, Heimel Hunt. Jimmy, what a play.
Yeah, he had plenty of work to do when he got the ball on the edge on the outside, but he just comes off that left foot and beats 3 or 4 Parramatta defenders coming across in cover defence. I think it's Ponga that flips over on his back. He doesn't want to get himself hurt. Caught on the try celebration. But what a game. Newcastle, twice they've been up this end and twice they've come away with tries.
Hang on. Klein is sending it upstairs.
On Dylan Brown.
Now, so we're looking at Dylan Brown here. Has he been taken out, the Parramatta defender?
Well, didn't he miss? I thought he missed.
Yeah.
He missed Hunt there. We need to see whether the initial lead runner here, which will be Kurt Mann. So Kurt Mann goes through. Now, as he bumps into Brown, but
They've equally initiated, haven't they?
But it does pull him out of the line a little bit, Dan. It stops him from coming forward and filling a hole.
Contact by Kurt Mann on Dylan Brown. However, a defensive decision by Hayes Dunster to come in causes the overlap. We're playing on to this point.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
It's got to be black and white, doesn't it, Dan? If the lead runner goes through and takes and stops the
all year, that's a no try.
From staying on his path, which is pushing forward, then he gets isolated by the right foot of Hunt. I mean,
Dunster's decision should make no difference.
No bearing on the outcome.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And you know what? If Dylan Brown goes down there, I guarantee you they get the penalty. But he stays up because he's trying to make the tackle and trying to do the right thing for his team. If he goes down and he takes a soft option,
if he falls over there,
if he falls over, it's all over.
Exactly
if he's on his backside there, he's in no position to get there.
Yep.
And I tell you what, the referee blows the penalty and it's a no try.
They got that wrong.
They got that massively wrong, mate. Massively wrong.
Yep.
If Dylan Brown trying to do the right thing, he gets penalised for trying to be honest. For trying to be honest, even though he is impeded.
And that's what you spoke about before. If they let him run through and the refs don't pick it up and they score a try, you can't have any confidence in the system.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, Gedge. You can't have any confidence in it, and it's a gamble. We saw it yesterday in the receiving the ball behind the player.
Yep.
It's to the letter of the law, the black and white. The Roosters scored a try that wasn't impeded.
They got it wrong.
Clifford nails the kick, kicks it into the Rockhampton Leagues Club, which looks unbelievable on this Sunday afternoon. Oh, it doesn't make you salivate. Dobbo after this, Newcastle 10, Parramatta 6.
Thanks to Mitsubishi Triton, engineered to deliver power, performance, 5-star safety, towing and the latest technology, this is one tough ute that nothing can frighten.
Yeah, they do have unbelievable chicken snitties up at the Rockhampton Leagues Club, boys. I can tell you, I smashed one of them this afternoon before the kickoff. Look, Heimel Hunt, 4th try for the season, but some worrying signs for Newcastle. Parramatta right in this one. Newcastle already had 13 missed tackles, so clearly they're making some line breaks. Newcastle obviously scoring another try. Parramatta need to hold on. They'll be running with the breeze in the second half.
All right, thank you, Ben Dobbin. Those stats for Choice Hotels. Need a break, book, direct and save with choicehotels.com. So, Clemmer now into the game. He's usually good for 150, 160 metres. Here's an early offload from Heimel Hunt. He's done well there. He's popped a pass which has allowed Watson to go a further 10 metres upfield. 13 and a half minutes to go in this first half is now Clemmer. There's plenty of finals experience for him with Canterbury and of course, the Knights last year as well, and he's dropped down 12 short of halfway. Comes to the right to Frizzell, who, in fairness, probably shouldn't be in this game, but he actually looks pretty sharp there as he's met 5 short of halfway. That's 4 gone here for the Knights. Out to the right it goes to Pearce. Pearce onto Watson. Watson, little bobble there as he held onto it, but had nowhere to go once he caught it cleanly. Last, Clifford. Puts up a wobbler. This is Cleary-type stuff. Now under it is Gutherson. Gutherson does well and is claimed by Kurt Mann. But the victory there for Parramatta is that Gutherson held onto that searching bomb. 20 out from their own line as Dunster is wrapped up. Not many metres for him. 12 and a half to go now in this first half. Newcastle 10, Parramatta 6. We rock the footy for Maccas. The Monopoly game is back. And Ream hot water. Steady, hot and strong. So we're looking here at Parramatta just carting it up down the middle as it comes to Raystone at dummy half. Throws to Moses, turning it inside and near Corey. And near Corey cut in half there by Josh King. Strong defence. Blast. Moses kicks into the breeze. And it's got some distance on it. And now Reaching out for it was Heimel Hunt. Now, what's Heimel Hunt done here? He stuck his leg out over the touch line and then touched it. But it's not over the dead ball line here, as he put this out dead.
It's touched off...
It's Parramatta ball. Heimel Hunt has made an absolute mess of this.
Well, I thought he touched it originally, Dan. Oh, gee, I don't know. He hasn't missed it by much, but...
But this is the play. So the ball bobbles out towards touch. He then sticks a boot out.
Grant, Newcastle are challenging the decision. The ball was not touched by Heimel Hunt.
So if he doesn't touch it initially and then his foot's out when he touches it,
was out and touched the ball.
then that
It's out by Parramatta.
it's out by Parramatta. But boy, it's a risk.
In the contest.
Well,
Oh,
gee, it's going to be hard to tell there.
looks like, I don't know.
He would know, but he's come across and said to his skipper, you need to challenge this. I haven't touched it, and I just don't know if there's anyone else that can prove that he has.
That's
Jimmy?
a good angle for him, the one we just saw. Sorry, Jimmy.
You need to look at finger movement.
At this stage, there is inconclusive evidence to see if Heimel Hunt has touched the ball. We're just looking to see how it then enters touch.
So they're gonna say
Well, he's out there.
he's out there. So his foot is clearly
So it's going to be a Parramatta play the ball.
down. Yeah. So they're saying Hunt.
Jade, no.
We have
Hang on, let's get the
inconclusive
explanation.
evidence to overturn the live decision. Newcastle Knights will retain the right to challenge. We have a Parramatta play the ball.
My decision was a Heimel touched it.
So Heimel's touched it.
So Heimel's touched
This is
it.
my decision.
Now this is the challenge. Dobbo talked about
So you're going to
the
retain your challenge, but Parramatta will have a play the ball.
Saying he touched that before
in the contest.
Yes, that's
the
what he's
Hunt's
saying.
error was touching it initially.
That's right.
Not taking it over the sideline with his foot hanging over the sideline.
Yeah, Ray Stone, too, just comes off after 28 minutes, and you'll see Will Smith at dummy half.
But Parramatta on the attack. Oh, Isaiah Papali'i almost carries them over the line. He's only 1 metre out. Here's Smith. Throws left. On to Moses. Moses to Dylan Brown. Gutlerson. Wonderful cutout pass to Dunster. But again, the defence was ready. And into the ribs there was Heimel Hunt. Dunster plays it 5 away. As Blake throws to the right. On to Dylan Brown to Nathan Brown. Keeps it going to Makatoa. Defence again there in numbers. Makatoa drop down centre field. 3 gone. Big set this. As it comes to the right, Moses cuts out 2 with a pass to the right to Penasini, but he's flat-footed and easy meat for the defence. So Parramatta, they have no answers yet for this Newcastle defence in this set. Papali'i, his pass put down by Nathan Brown. Frustration there for the Eels, and Newcastle hold on. So 10-6 the Knights. I was going to say the challenge of these country venues, Dobbo talked about the clock malfunction. Also, there's not as many camera angles, so you've got to be careful with these challenges. But anyway, that's been dealt with, and Newcastle retain their challenge as Ponga throws left from dummy half to Clemmer, and he's put down. Seems as though this game is just slowing down a touch. It's been so frenetic in the heat. Brayley onto Josh King. He is wrapped up by Smith down centre field. Played to Brayley. Throws to the right as his support player Watson takes on Dylan Brown. Brown holds on. Ball played. Thrown left here. As, a high kick is put up. And easy catch for Blake Ferguson. And he's going to be put down 12 out from his own line. So 9.5 to go in this first half. Players here very slow to get back for Parramatta, but they do get an extra couple of tackles with that set restart. So played now by Penasini, where it's picked up by Niokore, and another set restart here. So that's 2 in a row for Parramatta. They hadn't got one until this set is now Wanga Blake carrying it forward here, met centre field, and that's followed up by Papali'i. Gee, he's a different beast off the bench. He's been inspired in these last 10 minutes or so, as now Niokore running down the right side. Takes 2 to put him away. Parramatta back inside Newcastle territory. On the next, it comes left to Papali'i. Keeps it going to Nathan Brown. Turns his body on the defence. Gets an offload. Away to Smith. Smith now to Paulo. Dangerous pass. Brilliant take by Smith. Smith then shakes off Pearce, but he can't shake off the next defender there in Clemmer. So Parramatta, last tackle, 29 out. Dylan Brown gets it. Puts up a high kick. Lane coming through. Ponga in the sun. Great catch. He jumped up high. Boy, he's got a leap on him. And Newcastle have got it 9 out from their own line. Now their challenge is to get through this set. 10-6 they lead. 8.5 to go in the first half. As it comes out here to Mann, and Mann is closed down as Newcastle barely up to their own 20 on the third. Play back to Brayley, who throws it left here to Clemmer. Stands in the tackle where he's put down. So the meters have been a problem all day for Newcastle as they spin it out to the left. And going one out here is the support player for the Knights in Watson. So he's dropped down, and that gets Newcastle to the end of their set. Here's a kick from inside the 40. Gee, it's a good kick, but Gutherson cuts it off. 5 out from his own line, 5 in from touch, runs down the right side. Oh, it's taken by Best, and Best had thoughts there of throwing Gutherson over the sideline, but Gutherson gets the ground. Now Ferguson steaming up, and he's put a bit of punishment there on Josh King, who is getting up slowly back into the defensive line for Newcastle. That run followed up by Penasini is on the next play. It comes left, Dylan Brown. Long ball to Lane. He's got space. Inside now to Blake. Blake is up to the 30. Defence converges. He's wrapped up, but Newcastle, they're struggling here. Here's Smith. He runs down the short left, and he's cut down. Last coming up. 12 away. Lane throws to Dylan Brown, doing a lot of the kicking. Puts up a chip kick. Oh, he's done it again, Ponga. He gets up above them and takes it brilliantly. Oh, that was courageous as well. Newcastle still up 10-6, 7 to go, first half.
Yeah, nice set there by Parramatta with the football, just taking on this right side defence of the Newcastle Knights with some lovely ball shifting out of their own end. And then just a bit of a dull end of the set there. Will Smith there trying to kick for... It was Brown trying to kick for Moses there. I've been putting it out, the Wonga Blakes and the Fergusons. They're the guys you want to target for those kicks, but Newcastle, and that's a huge shot there by Wonga Blake.
Wonga Blake thought he was Ruben Wiki as he just ironed out Tyson Frizzell and then hovered over him like a gladiator. That's good, a good tackle. Anyway, Newcastle, get to the end of their set. And almost a return of serve there from Barnett on Ferguson. He didn't quite get Ferguson flush. This game's got everything. It's end-to-end. It's got skill. It's got a bit of brutality. And it's got some tension as well. Junior Paulo now, another offload onto Mitchell Moses. He throws it to the right here, away to Penasini. Shrugs off one, shrugs off another. But he can't go anywhere as he's wrapped up 9 short of halfway. Whew, this is... tense stuff here as it comes out to the left, and they just roll up the middle here with Niokore almost to halfway on tackle 4. Now a pause in play
the
here.
Trainers asked for the game to be stopped for a HIA.
All right, so we're going to have a little HIA. This might be Josh King. Is it, or who is it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's the Ferguson.
Yeah, so Josh King might have to come off for a little while. Ben Dobbin, down to you.
Yeah, Brody Jones failed HIA, so he won't be back tonight for the Newcastle Knights. So he is gone for the night. He failed the HIA. But just an interesting stat, both sides have been averaging 78% completions throughout the course of the year. Today, Newcastle are sitting at 100% and Parramatta 94%. So both sides playing a top line of football so far.
Now, what's happened here?
Someone's on report.
Is that Wonga Blake for that tackle we lauded? Is he being put on report for that? He's being put on report. What looked like a fierce but ferocious and legal tackle has got him on report. So we'll wait and get a report on that. Josh King comes off. Geez, I don't want to lose him if they've already lost Brody Jones.
What it does do, Dan, it just gives Newcastle a great opportunity to convert some points in the back end of this first half because they've absorbed a lot of punishment. We see then it was the shot on Tyson Frizzell from Wonga Blake.
What was wrong with that?
It looked fine to me.
I think he might have made slight contact with the head, and then he's very forceful on the way down, again close to that head region. But it's interesting, the play before, Mitchell Moses was fuming that the trainer had stopped the game from the Newcastle Knight. He approached the referee, and the referee says, no, I've got to stop the game, and they're 6 again on the last tackle.
Wow, this is huge. So Parramatta now, they get a full set inside Newcastle territory as Will Smith just runs it out of dummy half and is met by Watson. 5.5 to go first half. Papali'i, quick hands to Dylan Brown. He shovels it on to Blake. Blake carts back in field. Good tackle around the legs from Hunt, but Parramatta are rolling. Gutherson to the right to Moses. He's passed, might have hit a Newcastle player. It's gone back 15 metres, and it is 6 again as it's taken here by the Parramatta player in there, Corey, and that just slows down the momentum for the Eels. They had the Knights backpedaling. And a one-out run from Penasini down the right edge where he's rolled over by Clifford. So Ferguson gets it. He throws left to Moses. Another run at the line, and he's through. He's into the backfield. Gets half pocket. This is a wonderful try for Mitchell Moses. Oh, Mitch Moses cometh the hour, cometh the man. He has been itching to do that all afternoon. He breaks them open and ties this game up 10-all. Easy kick to come.
Dan, you're absolutely right. We spoke about the running game of Mitchell Moses earlier in the piece. It was a bit of a stop-start, knock-back 6 again for the Parramatta Eels, and Mitchell Moses just says, give me the ball. He takes on the tight defence. He goes round Ponga, and he's just to the left of the uprights. And a beautiful, beautiful playoff try from Mitchell Moses. What about the speed to go past Ponga as well? Beautiful stuff from Moses.
Yeah, Daniel Saifudi's been out now for about 3 or 4 weeks with that medial. Just doesn't move up in the line, and he has been threatening all afternoon, Mitchell Moses. He is such a good footballer when he's willing to run the way that he has this afternoon. And yeah, they've absorbed a lot of pressure. We just spoke about that, Newcastle. But if anyone was going to break them open, it looked like Mitchell was the man to do so, and he didn't need anyone else to be involved in that play. It was just pure speed. A little bit of laziness there from Saifudi. Clemmer going past the football, and then Ponga probably should have done a better job, but once he hit the gas, he was home for all money, Mitch, and what a play by the Eels halfback, Dan, right on the stroke, or just not long before half-time. They needed that.
Yeah, they've had all the field position.
They needed that.
They couldn't go into the sheds behind. And they're not home yet in terms of leading at the break, but they're gonna be in front with 3 to go. Moses, 4 runs, 4 tackle busts, and a wonderful try there, 73 metres. And he's criticised for his performances in big games. Well, not today. Here he is now. No need to invoke the kick predictor for tyre power. It's in front. Moses drills it into the crowd at the northern end. It's Parramatta 12, Newcastle 10. Mitsubishi Triton scoreboard. Triple M rocks the footy for Maccas.
There's no better feeling than watching your team win, except maybe winning with the Monopoly game at Macca's. This year, you could score an epic $616 million in prizes. Everything from a brand new Volkswagen T-Cross to free Macca's for a year and more. Peel and scan to win at Macca's today. Ends 19th of October 2021. Full terms at mcdonalds.com.au.
Well, he leads the NRL in try assists this year, 31 try assists for Mitchell Moses. Instead, he didn't have to give a try assist. His 3rd try for the season, and it brings Parramatta right back into this game, and rightly so, they've been very, very good. But if you look at his opposite number 7, and Mitchell Pearce, he's yet to have any runs with the ball yet. Worrying signs as we almost head to half-time.
So, and Moses is a sort of confidence player, isn't he? When he starts well, he gets better and better as the game goes on. Junior Paulo now wrapped up here for Parramatta. 2.5 to go in this first half. Expert comments on Triple M footy for Seabus Super as Papali'i strong again. That's his 6th run in this first half, coming off the bench, followed up by Nathan Brown. Gives it to Paulo. Wonderful pass to Moses, but he's hauled in by Best. What a great set. 30 out, Parramatta. 2 tackles left. Gutherson goes to the right to Penasini. Penasini fancies his chances, pushes away, then slips the most wonderful pass to Blake Ferguson, who gets over, and the kid who's playing his 4th first-grade game has a moment of finals magic. Will Penasini, Parramatta 16-10.
This game has just been turned on its head, Dan. What a play, what a set after a beautiful try by Mitchell Moses that was basically just all Mitchell. This one's a real team effort, a great move down the middle of the field. Great work by Junior Paulo, a lovely offload, and then they wrap that same side. Penasini gets on the outside of Best, is able to hold off the winger and then just roll one out the back of the hand like a Shane Warne flipper here, just as he gets to Kalen Ponga. 2-on-1, out the back of the hand, Jimmy. How good?
The old Gidley flick. The man who made his name at Newcastle. What about that from Penasini? But beautiful set after points after the Moses try. Great interchange of passing between Brown and Paulo. Offload to Moses again, who got the quick play of the ball. Parramatta just steaming through that right-hand side. And the man, Penasini, what about the ball to Blake Ferguson? Wouldn't you love to be playing outside a guy like Penasini when he can deliver stuff like that? Wow, what a game. What a ball.
They've always had a huge rap on this young man, Will Penasini. 47% the kick predictor. Devastation for the Knights. 4 minutes before half-time, they led 10-6.
Yeah.
Parramatta now a chance to be 8 up. Hard kick here, 47% tyre power kick predictor. There's a breeze to contend with. He's on the sideline, but, well, it's Moses. He can kick him. Oh, what a thrilling game this has been. And you fancy the scoring is going to continue in the second half. Fatigue has to take its toll. So Moses now, one in from touch. Crowd at Rockhampton, haven't they been entertained? Here he comes now, right touchline. Mountains behind him. Moves in, strikes it to the right. He's got a bit too much hook on that. And it remains 16 points to 10. Mitsubishi Triton, for over 40 years, the Triton has helped the Aussies get the hard jobs done. It's engineered to deliver power, engineered to deliver performance, engineered to deliver 5-star safety, towing, and the latest technology. It's one tough ute, nothing can frighten. Ben Dobbins, sideline.
Well, what a statistic to have if you're Blake Ferguson. He scored the most finals try of any active player in the NRL. That's his 11th in 14 games of finals. The old warhorse on the wing, he loves to find the line.
I wonder if they'll offer him a one-year deal just to keep him around. Certainly playing pretty well. Here's a kick-off now from Newcastle. Now, we're working off a television clock here, so it says 20 seconds left. We can only assume that's close to the mark, but it's being hand-timed because of a malfunction at the ground. So we wait and see. There could be a full setting for Parramatta. You don't know. There's Papali'i. Pounds it up the middle here. 16-10 the Eels, 3 tries to 2, with Will Smith waiting at dummy half. He throws to the right now to Paulo. What a half Paulo's had.
Yeah, he's been amazing, Dan.
Another delectable pass to the line to Murata Niokore, and you're not going to believe it. The television clock, which is never right, was bang on there. As soon as it hit 40 minutes, the siren went. It's bizarro world. But it's Parramatta leading the sudden death final against the Knights. 16 points to 10. Triple M rocks the finals from Macca's and Ream Hot Water.
Thanks to Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
So second half not too far away. Parramatta leading Newcastle 16-10. Winner plays Penrith next week, Saturday night in Mackay.
Wow.
It's a Mackay doubleheader.
Could you imagine? I mean, long way to go in this game, but Battle of the West.
Yeah.
Battle of the West.
Penrith wounded. Parramatta would be full of confidence.
Wow.
They would go into that thinking they could seriously win that game.
100%. And it's probably good that everyone's in lockdown out there because there'll be riots on the street before that game.
So
I can't remember the last time those two clubs would have met in a game like that, of that sort of importance. To get into a prelim.
20 years.
Parramatta and Penrith, I mean.
20 years minimum. I think at 2000 around then, it would have been around your time. I think you played Para in a game at the footy stadium.
Yeah, but I think that was earlier. I think that might have been the first round.
Okay.
But that
would be.
Yeah.
And there'd be so much pressure on Penrith.
Yeah, there'd be bragging rights on. Up for grabs in that one.
So, but the Eels are going to get through this first.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They've got 40 minutes to get through here.
Without a doubt.
James Graham.
Yeah, if there's ever an excuse to break lockdown, why don't that be it? Bring that game back to Sydney, out of Bankwest, let the fans go wild, let the fans just tear each other apart. Yeah,
This isn't the Premier League.
I'll tell you what.
This isn't the Euro.
Hey, if Gladys does that, she'll win the next election.
Hey, there you go. Get into politics, get the games back on. No jab, get everyone out there. Just let them go bananas.
When are they putting Jimmy on the commission, honestly?
Well, aren't they both
Junior's out.
Parramatta
Junior's had
and
enough.
Penrith are contested seats? So I think it mightn't be Labor. I think it is Labor hard.
Oh, really?
So
He looks a little like Boris.
So here's,
hey, vote for me. I'll bring your footy back.
There's Jake Clifford. Ball on the tee, and we're on our way. So season's on the line here. Sun just fading behind the grandstand here. It's a beautiful afternoon in Rockhampton, and it's Junior Paulo, who was superb in the first half, hitting it up on tackle 1, and that's followed up by Murata Niokore. So Parramatta, their best period normally is the 20 minutes after half-time, but Newcastle, as we touched on, a good second-half team as well. Will Smith now picks it up out of dummy half. The replacement for Ray Stone, who had a very good first stint. And Smith provides for Nathan Brown, who's dropped down, and that's followed up by Sean Lane. Not many metres here for Parramatta. This is a good start defensively for Newcastle. So the last tackle now, so it comes here to Moses, and he puts boot to ball, and wind assisted or not, it's a long kick, and it's caught here by Tuala, who's wrapped up. Dobbo, as we throw to you, is the wind still as prevalent as it was in the first half?
Yeah, it is, Dan. It certainly is. And the message is out of half-time. For Brad Arthur, really happy. He said, we've got to kick long, stay disciplined, and we're going to win this game. For Newcastle, Adam O'Brien wants them to move the ball around a bit. He said, we're too one-dimensional up and down. And you know what? At half-time, around the grounds, around the world, many songs are sung. Today, they had Johnny Denver's Country Road, 5,200 people singing it.
Beautiful.
I felt at home again.
Beautiful.
It was unbelievable.
That's good stuff. As it comes here to Dave Clemmer, he drops it back here on the last. Oh, Newcastle have got 6 more tackles, and now Ponga goes down the middle, gets away from Penasini, throws it onto the wing of Tuala, but Tuala's wrapped up, but they're only 10 out with a full set to work with. This is rare stuff for Newcastle. As it comes down to Ponga, catch and pass to Pearce. Pearce keeps it going to his right to Daniel Saifidi. Dropped cold by Junior Paula. Centre field, 11 metres out, as it's played to Jaden Brayley. He throws down to the right to Pearce. Turns it inside to Frizzell. He swivels in the tackle. Arm locked up by Nathan Brown. And that's 3 gone. Now Brayley dummy half. Jumps out to the left. Turns it inside to Josh King. He gets a late offload to Brayley. Brayley now to Daniel Saifidi. On to Pearce. Pearce to Clifford. 2-on-2 as it comes out the best, and best is chopped down by Penasini. This is good defence from Parramatta now as Pearce just throws it on to Clemmer, rolling up the middle. He wants to offload. Oh, he had the arm free, but he held on to it. He couldn't get it past, though, as it comes to the right. Pearce on the last, out to Ponga, 2-on-2. Ponga ducks under Blake, still going, needs to get rid of it, flicks it out the side. Heimel Hunt in trouble. Heimel Hunt is gone. Good defence, great defence, Parramatta. They hold on. 3 gone second half. Parramatta 16, Newcastle 10.
Yeah, great defence from Parramatta, but that's better from Newcastle too. A few late offloads in that set. Like the O'Brien spoke about at half-time, he wants to see a little bit more ball movement, and we're certainly seeing that from the Newcastle Knights at the start of this second half.
Scoreboard, Parramatta 16-10. Hyundai High Performance Forklifts with the scoreboard in the second half. The driver's choice that will drive your productivity. Hyundai High Performance Forklifts. Parramatta, it's been tough going in the early stages for them with their forwards. Not as many metres as the first half, although that big run from Papali'i there helps and gets the Eels to within. In fact, it gets them over halfway. Pearce on the last, puts it up high. Wind drags it back to the 20, and under it is Tuala. Steady catch. Then he throws it out. Dangerous stuff to Ponga. Ponga is raced up upon. Very committed Parramatta chase there, and Junior Paulo was first to meet Ponga with Nia Corey helping. So 4 gone in this second half now as the Knights work it up the centre of this Brown Park at Rockhampton. They're running to the northern end in this second period. Mitch Barnett goes one out here, followed up by Dave Clemmer, and he turns in the tackle and put down 10 short of halfway. Played back to Brayley, throws left here to Clifford, delays the pass but now gives it to Best, who has looked dangerous every time he's had it. He's in trouble here though. He's been dragged into touch by 3 defenders. This is the Parramatta that really ruffled the feathers of Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. That's the Eels we're seeing this afternoon, and they'll get the ball back 10 short of halfway.
Yeah, a couple of really nice moments for young Penasini. We saw that lovely pass in the first half led to the Ferguson try, but just in this first set where Newcastle were attacking the Parramatta line, there was a one-on-one moment with Best. He held his nerve, nice legs tackle, not an easy man to handle one-on-one 5 metres out from your try line. And on this occasion, he just holds his ground again, waits for reinforcements, and they push Best over the touchline. He's having a great day out, Penasini, so far.
Sure is now it's Smith jigging out a dummy half and getting away from the mark of Brayley, and now he straightens and is put down 40 metres out. So Parramatta, first chance really for them in this second half. As Nathan Brown, they sit back and wait again, and he's made 15, nearly 20 metres. That's a tremendous run. Only 3 gone here, and they're on the 20. Smith throws to the right to Moses. Moses gets it onto Gutherson. His pass was knocked down by Knight, and Gutherson cleans it up and does get 6 more tackles here. So they can reload here and really set themselves, Parramatta. They've had so much attacking ball in this game so far. Penasini shrugs off Barnett.
Yeah, they got Best there. Best struggled a few times last week against the Broncos. He got isolated defensively and come up with some poor decisions. That time then he comes in across the front of Clifford as
Barnett has come up with a big strip on Penasini. That's a huge potential match turner. Parramatta are coming there, but Newcastle snuffed that out. Great play from Barnett. Now Frizzell driving the legs down the middle and almost broke away. Brought down 8 short of halfway. Brayley gets it onto Clemmer, and Clemmer rolling up to the halfway line where he's cut down around the ankles by Lane. As it's played to Brayley, throws to the right to Pearce. Pearce stops, comes back to the right, gets around Dylan Brown, then gets it here to Clifford, who dropped it. Clifford tried to get the arm free to pass, and he put it down. Well, they were error-free for so long, the Knights. Now the errors are starting to flow. And Parramatta scrum feed just short of halfway. Parramatta 16-10 on the Hyundai High Performance Forklift scoreboard.
Yeah, I wonder if they've just taken that message from Coach O'Brien too literally and trying to force this game, force the offload. Like we said, I think they were pretty much close to 100% at half-time, and it's 2 or 3 errors, and there's only 6-7 minutes gone in this second half. I like the idea of what they're trying to do. You can see the forwards are looking for the offload, looking for the pass. Frizzell there, a great run, looking for Ponga, but yeah, they're just pushing the envelope a little bit too much. Got to get back to completing sets.
Friday night here on Triple M Footy, it's Manly and the Roosters from 7 o'clock. Mackay the venue, and Saturday night it is Penrith versus the winner of this game, and we're on air from 7 o'clock on Saturday night. All the finals live here on Triple M Footy. Parramatta now back into Newcastle territory. That's a penalty. Ball has been ripped out of Wanga Blake's hands. They take the quick tap. That was an easy 2 points.
Oh, Will Smith.
And Smith here makes it to the 20. Well, he'll be nervous. I want a result here. And Smith, he draws 6 more tackles as it comes down to Papali'i, and he bounds upfield, put down 12 away. So just left of the post now. Smith at dummy half. Gets it, throws to the right to Dylan Brown. Out it goes to Moses. Delightful pass to Ferguson. Pins, he is back and scores. Oh, Will Smith's a genius. He took the quick tap and Newcastle couldn't hold on. Another delightful moment for Mitch Moses. Ferguson in again. Parramatta 20, Newcastle 10.
Oh, he's just in the groove, isn't he, Mitch Moses? Everything he touches turns to gold this afternoon. Hands in the football there, side 30 on Wanga Blake. Quick tap, as you said, Dan, from Smith, and then the next play they just shifted to this right-hand side, and it's Tuala that just comes up and in, gets in front of a couple of his teammates there defensively, and that just allows so much space for the Ferg out wide. Just a lovely little Harbour Bridge style pass over the top, and no one's going to stop Fergie there with about 10 or 15 minutes to run, and he gets his second for the afternoon, and it's just the start that they needed. The Eels on the back of a couple of errors from the Newcastle Knights.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been running their set pieces pretty well, Parramatta, and creating opportunities every time they do it. And Moses is just presented with that opportunity because of the up and in style defence that Newcastle put on that time. It just the over the top ball was on, and a guy like Ferguson doesn't need a second invitation in for his second try of the afternoon, and it's a good start in this second half from the Parramatta Eels. Newcastle really need to reset here, get themselves back into the groove and start playing playoff football again.
Well, they can't play the scoreboard now, Jimmy, because if they go out there and trying to throw the football around, come up with errors, Parramatta will
kill them.
Yeah, they'll just put their foot down. They need to get back into the wrestle.
High power kick predictor, 44% for Moses, who threw a pass like it was the piece of paper in American Beauty. It just hung up in the air. And then finally Ferguson came down with it. Here he is, Moses. He's pulled it, but the wind has brought it back.
It's going.
He's unstoppable today, 22-10. It's Parramatta on top. Triple M rocks the footy for Ream Hot Water.
Turn your workflow into cash flow with an invoice finance facility from Apricity Finance. Call 1300 APRI-CITY.
That kick was quite unbelievable. Mitchell Moses, he sat there, he went back, he readjusted the ball, and he looked at the wind conditions, and we were sitting directly behind him. He pushed it out to that left-hand side, knowing that the wind would bring it round. Absolutely perfect. He's having an absolute field day out there at the present moment. Another try assist to go to his 31 this season. He's having a cracking game.
Hey, Dobbo, did you notice if he threw any grass in the air at all?
No, he didn't. He actually got there, just went back and looked at it and felt it with his hand. He actually felt it with his hand, tried to see how far the wind was going.
Did he suck the finger and put it up?
No, he didn't, Gerds. It is regional, but it's not old school. It's not that old school,
How
mate.
can you kick a ball like that and get that through if you're not going through throw the grass up and suck the finger routine?
Should bring the bucket of sand back as well. The bucket of sand should come back.
Who's Junior Paulo now playing it? Now on the next, it's Isaiah Papali'i. And he's cut down around the ankles by Barnett. Oh, they've got a roll on here. The Eels. Smith almost down. Breaks them open down the middle. Just held on to. And Newcastle dropping off tackles. Parramatta up to the 30. Moses puts up a high kick. And it's a nice catch by Tuala. Had to come forward and jump high. But he caught it. But Parramatta can taste the blood in the water. Smell the blood in the water here as it's Best going nowhere on tackle 2. Eels 22. Newcastle 10. As Newcastle in danger of dropping out of the finals at exactly the same stage for a second straight season. Here's Pearce now, dummy half. Yet to have a run still.
Oh, Nathan Brown's down, Dan.
He looks hurt, doesn't he?
Yep.
Is he clutching at a leg or he's hobbling back? He might be okay. He looked in trouble there, didn't he, for a moment? Knights up to their own 30, but that's as far as they get. Kick charge down from Parramatta, but a fortunate bounce for the Knights. And it comes away to Heimel Hunt. Newcastle start again, this time just 10 short of halfway.
I don't know if that's the right play to go for the charge down in that situation. Newcastle Knights are going nowhere, kicking off their own 30. You've just got to go and apply pressure and let them get the kick away. It's Will Smith. I don't know, Geds, what do you think?
Yeah, it wasn't the play, but good to put some kick pressure on, but the Knights now down the left.
And with a fresh set as well, so they effectively start again 38 away, and it'll be Watson to play it. 22-10 they trail the Knights. Pretty obvious they really need to be the next to score here, but they got a chance. Daniel Saifidi, he shrugs off Smith, but he can't get the arm free of Nathan Brown, so Saifidi made the play to Brayley, who throws to the right to Pearce, turns it back inside to Clemmer. These are better meters from the big men of Newcastle. Clemmer now almost to the 10 as he wiggles around, wanting to quick play the ball. Brayley fires it left to Pearce. Pearce on to Clifford, puts in a kick. Ferguson's turned around. It's a try. Tuala, it's close. He got there first. He's not certain, They're going to give it, but Tuala, this is an unconvincing celebration. It's a wonderful kick from Clifford. Tuala, he appears to have grounded it, but there's a guilty look about him here. And we'll wait for a replay, but right now it's a Knights try, 22-14.
Yeah, the Knights down here, kicking on tackle 3. Tuala, I think he's got it down, Dan.
He has too,
I think
Jimmy.
He's got it down. It's a great kick from Clifford and a very brave one as well, kicking on play 3 like that. But it was the charge down that gave the Newcastle Knights the opportunity.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh.
It's close. He lost it, but then, what do they say,
Regripped it.
You think he has good?
Yeah, I think he's regripped it.
I think so too.
I think he's done enough. I don't think he didn't get up with any confidence because I don't think he really knew whether he had total control. But
you got to give that.
I think you got to give that, Dan.
He's done enough for Nari Tuala. Boy, it changes the game. Kick won't be easy. And he look at him. He's still got the guilty look on his face.
They got fortunate with the one previously. with the Heimel Hunt. No obstruction.
So we're looking at another replay here. We're just waiting for confirmation.
They haven't confirmed it yet, though,
no,
Dan, have they? So they're having a really good look at it. But
and again, the country venue, it's not, the bunker isn't as slick as it is for the regular venues because they don't have all the angles at once. Looks like it's a try, though. As ball on the tee.
Yeah.
And it is confirmed.
Well,
41% Ferguson was turned around there and he couldn't get back in time. Clifford, 41% tyre power kick predicted. 2 in from tackle. Starts it down the middle. Holding and
beautiful kick.
Got it!
Beautiful kick into the
One
wind.
score game, 22-16. Parramatta over the Knights. Dobbo after this.
Do you hate going to the doctor? Wish there was an easier way? Pilot.com.au brings the doctor to you. Jump online and get prescription treatments for hair loss, sleep and bedroom issues delivered directly to your door. No waiting room, no awkward chat, no worries. Pilot.com.au.
Well, Newcastle completed 100% in the first half. So far in the second half, they're at 71%. They've had 5 errors, but yet they're still back in this one. This game's got everything. The lights are on at Brown Park, and we are game on.
Yes, indeed. 26 and a half to go. There's a lot of footy left. Expert comments for Cbus Super, delivering consistent long-term returns for members. Cbus for all of us, and the Tyre Power Kit Predictor. Safety, a Tyre Power priority. They're open now for safety checks, and of course, as usual, they have a sale on. It's the Tyre Power Footy Final sale on at the moment. So the Knights working it out off the kickoff following their try, as it comes now to Clemmer, who's had a very strong second stint here following the half-time break, and that gets him over 100 metres, that particular run. Daniel Saifidi is lifted as well. He's over 100 metres. So the big fellas from Newcastle are trying to carry their side back into it. High kick put up on the last, and Ferguson under it, and rather it's Gutherson who came across to take it, and he took it comfortably. He went down awkwardly.
He got sniped then, Dan.
He took all of a sudden he just dropped.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's still wincing there at a left leg, but hopefully nothing too serious there. Fergo hits one up though. Parramatta now just need to find their rhythm again.
Yeah, Gutherson looks all right, but he did leave the field prematurely in that win against the Melbourne Storm a couple of weeks ago, and obviously had the week off last week.
Was it a groin?
Yeah, I think it might have been, yeah. So fingers crossed he's okay. The Parramatta Eels are going to need his experience at the back to get them through.
It's a great shot of the sideline. Bryce Cartwright biting his nails. It's that sort of afternoon. Cartwright on the bench yet to be used. He's a strong run from Wanga Blake, and he's meant to put down. Regan Campbell-Gillard about to come back into the game. What a wonderful first stint he had. High kick. No distance on it. Oh, Ferguson was given a clear shot at it, but he lost it. And even if it went back, Penasini kicked it into Ferguson, who was accidentally offside. So take your pick. It's Newcastle ball, whichever way you dissect that last play. Bradman Best now carrying it forward. So Parramatta haven't been able to put these Knights away. 6 the margin. Oh, Kurt Mann pays the price for running down the middle as he's absolutely barreled by Junior. Jacob Saifidi cut in half and he's lost it. Big play, and it's Marata Niokore. That changes things. Parramatta scrum feed deep inside Newcastle territory.
Yeah, that to find a way to just turn momentum, didn't they, Parramatta? They needed something special. Paulo flew out of the line. It was kind of like one of those sets where they just knew that they had to do something here just to turn momentum. And it was Niokore. They're going to call Junior Paulo out. He might go on report here, Dan.
He is, yeah. I think it's for the shot before. Whether or not it'll be a penalty for the Newcastle Knights, I'm
shoulder
not too
to the
sure.
head.
Now, that was only a play before that, so it could be a penalty.
It is.
Yeah.
You can see Ponga and the boys from Newcastle. That's a big momentum shift there, Dan, because they go from Parramatta 25 metres out attacking Newcastle line to a Newcastle penalty.
Oh, that's a shoulder charge. If that's guilty, he's gone for next week if they're there, because his left arm is nowhere near where the tackle was affected. So he's got a worried look on his face. Oh, Junior. He's had a great game too.
He has done really well. He's played awesome all season, but in the context of this game, it's a huge moment. A huge moment. Like you say, Gades, it's gone from Parramatta potentially attacking the Newcastle Knights try line to Newcastle now being afforded a good ball set.
So, ball put into touch. I'm reminded Junior Paulo has already copped the shoulder charge suspension this year. So, I mean,
it's not loading.
With load, but you don't even need loading. If you're guilty of shoulder charge, it's good night for at least a week, but that might be a couple of weeks. So, it's a blow for Parramatta, but they've got to defend here because Newcastle are up to the 30 as Brayley throws to the right to Pearce. Pearce on the Clifford, turns inside to Frizzell. Frizzell cuts straight into Paulo and also Papali'i. Third man in was Lane. 22-16 Eels. Here's Pearce. Oh, to the left to Suaso Su, and he's hammered in the tackle by Brown and Niokore. Niokore comes out of the and you're not going to believe it. Caleb Ponga has thrown one of the passes of the year. He has cut out 2 players. He's cut out maybe 3 defenders. He has hit Anari Tuala on the chest. And the Knights have scored. It's 22-20. And Caleb Ponga has loaded it up, and it's come out like a cannon. What a pass! Knights a chance to tie it up.
Dan, that is sensational. It's man-on-man defence. Ponga a little skip to the outside. He cuts out two of his teammates to find the wingman in the corner. Ferguson doesn't know what to do. And we spoke about the potential of the big moment, the Paulo shoulder charge, the difference it has on the game. Newcastle Knights again attacking the Parramatta Eels line, and they come away with points.
Oh, it's a quick play of the ball from Tuaso Sue. Does really well. Gets between a couple of defenders, and then that just triggers Kayla. Whenever Kalen sees a couple of markers that just aren't set, you see Niukura left on the ground. He knows they're a man short somewhere, and instinctively, he just knows where the ball's got to go and how it's going to get there, and he gets there quick. Well done from Tuala, though. He had to sort of hold his run just a little bit as the ball was a little bit behind him, but Fergo, he just gets caught out there, Dan.
Yeah.
He's on no one. He doesn't think that there's a pass good enough to beat him in that situation. He probably thinks that if someone tries to get past me here, I'm going to take an intercept and run 90 metres.
It's Fergo, isn't it? He scored two. He cost them that one, and he might have cost them the one previously. Clifford now. He did it from here just a few moments ago. 44% on the tyre power kick predictor. Left touchline. It doesn't get more difficult than this, with the wind to worry about as well. Tatida moves in. Not a bad strike, but this time he's hooked it. No goal. But there's still 20 minutes to go, and all of a sudden the Knights are into this right up to their eyeballs. Triple M rocks the footy down to Ben Dobbin, 22-20 Parramatta.
Yeah, 14 games, 14 try assists for Kalen Ponga, and you talked about getting more ball movement at halftime, which was the message from Adam O'Brien. I can tell you Kalen Ponga has been lurking. He's been round the ruck, lurking in around dummy half and just getting more involved than he needed to. And that ball, it's superstar stuff. And geez, everybody who thought Newcastle were going to get blown away, they've crawled back into this one. We've got a big fight on our hands.
That ball came out of Ponga's hands like he was a bowling machine.
Oh, Pierce.
And now Mitchell Pearce has had a Ben Hunt moment. He's dropped the kickoff. And then Wanga Blake pats him on the head and tells him well done. So now another momentum changer. Pearce has dropped the kickoff. Parramatta get it. We'll wait and get confirmation, but it'll be a line dropout because it happened in the in-goal. Oh, Mitchell.
Well, I can't remember him. How long's Mitchell been playing for? 300 and how many games?
Oh,
I haven't seen him drop one off the kickoff. So
15th year.
Yep. He'll be looking to make up for that, Mitch.
What a gift here for Parramatta. Oh, Campbell Gillard! Absolutely belted by Jacob Saifidi. That was like Carroll and Harrigan launching into each other. Both with big run-ups there as now Papali'i swarmed upon Newcastle here. They're re-energised by those two tries, racing up to make these tackles. Pearce to Paulo. Paulo early ball for Dylan Brown. Not to Gutherson. Gutherson out to Dunster down the left wing. But the defenders swoop across. Man is there along with Pearce. Parramatta only 20 out as it comes back to Junior Paulo. They sit back and wait and he crashes up to the 10. Ball comes out, penalty.
Oh, big decision here, Dan.
You'd think they'd go on with this and not bother going up by 4, although goal kicking's not easy. 4 could be quite valuable.
I think Stone tried to take a quick tap as well. He tried to take a quick tap. That's twice we've seen that from Parramatta.
They're going to challenge this the Knights.
Now remember they lost a challenge earlier, but because it was inconclusive, they retained it. That could be important here. Take us through these replays, gentlemen.
Well, Connor Watson's got his hands on the football, which he's obviously allowed to do, trying to lock up the Junior Paulo pass. And I think it's a good challenge. I think Connor Watson doesn't rake at the football.
Just looking to determine if
Junior Paulo, just as he's about to hit the deck, I think it might be just trying to break his fall just a little bit. Might reach out with that left arm.
Oh yeah,
and just drops that one cold. And I think that's a good challenge from the Knights, Dan.
Well, he's a massive offloader, and the refs will know this.
But there's no movement of the arm there of Brayley or of Watson. So it's an error.
From the Newcastle Knights.
Yeah, they've got it.
The challenge is successful.
I feared that was going to be another inconclusive one, but Newcastle.
Junior has got to hold it tighter.
Well, what relief for Mitch Pearce.
Well, little things are just starting to go Newcastle's way, Dan, aren't they? They had that call before, obviously, with the error, and then they called Junior Paulo back and gave him the penalty for the high shot, and then now they get another another decision go their way. And in these sort of situations, Jimmy, they're so important, those little calls.
Yeah, they're riding their luck, the Newcastle Knights. Even the charge now from Will Smith, a real momentum changer too. So they're having the things go their way at the moment. They're staying in the fight, and with 20 minutes to go, this is anybody's game.
That's the thing, there's still 20 minutes left. A heap of action still to come. Heimel Hunt from the scrum. Gets a risky pass to Brayley. Brayley holds onto it and goes out to Bradman Best. We haven't heard from Dobbo in a while because it's all been happening. What's doing, Dobbo?
Oh, look, the intensity. There's a lot of Knight supporters here, but gee whiz, there were some blow-ups from the Parramatta players over that last decision. They have really tried to hammer in on this Newcastle side. Newcastle working off their own line. They've been so brave in this second half. Completions, boys, at the moment. Newcastle are at 89%, Parramatta at 90%. This is a quality game of football.
Joyce Hotels with those stats. Now it's Newcastle just inching inside Parramatta territory with Connor Watson brought down. Last tackle, Clifford puts it up here, and under it now is Gutlerson. Very steady again. Nice line of Knights defenders though, and Gutlerson is claimed inside his 20. So as Parramatta up 16-10 at the break, it's now 22 points to 20 as Hayes Dunster, the young winger, over 100 metres. In fact, all the back five have got to 100 metres for Parramatta. They've been quite efficient and quite important with their contribution. Campbell Gillard bounding down centre field. And he's claimed now and tries to get 6 more, but the ref was awake to it as out comes here from Moses. A line ball pass, that seemed okay despite the protests of the Newcastle players, and the man he gives it to is wrapped up near Corey. On the last, Moses goes down the short right, drills a kick along the ground, and beautiful take here by Ponga. Knights player, man it might have been, was taken out in back play, but the ref said it was all legal. And Newcastle start this set 5 from their own line. 17 and a half to go. Knights trailing 22-20 on the Hyundai high performance forklift scoreboard. Bloody hell, that's a mouthful. Now it comes here to Heimel Hunt. And he's dropped down here just outside his 10. And we'll play it now. Knights going nowhere in this set. Man, tough meters down the middle as he's wrapped up around the waist by Paulo. Good play the ball. As now comes from Pearce to Ponga. And Ponga rolls his sleeves up and is knocked over centre field. So last year they need a good kick. And it's a kick. Oh, gee, it's got some distance on it from Clifford. That's a huge kick. And it bounces on the 10-metre line. Bounces straight up in the air. So a simple one for Gutherson.
Well, you get the feeling, Dan, that the Eels are trying to win this with their defence at the moment because their attack just isn't in sync. They just haven't come out after half-time, been able to find that rhythm that they had in the back end of the first half, and they're trying to keep Newcastle down there into the field and force errors with their defensive line. And it's worked on a couple of occasions, but they just haven't been able to get the football back down there.
So now Murata near Corey. Crashes up to halfway on tackle 4. Playing it now to Stone. Stone or Cartwright in the game. Now into Paulo. Inside to Gutherson. Oh, he had Campbell Gillard on his inside, but Gutherson couldn't get the pass. Last, Moses runs on the line, turns it inside to Cartwright, flips it behind him, taken by Moses. Moses then around his body, into the hands of Penasini, but Penasini puts in an innocuous kick. And then it's taken by Pearce, who throws the most... Well, it's the biggest hospital pass of the year. Somehow, man gobbled it up with defenders in his face. Oh, Mitchell. And now he gets it on here, 2-man, and man is brought down. 13 out from his own line on tackle 3. That's followed up by Daniel Saifidi, crashing into Junior Paulo. And he'll play it just outside his 20. So the metres again, hard to come by for Newcastle. This is shades of the first half. Or Parramatta player down there, Ray Stone, and he struggles to get to his feet. And in fact, he gets some help from Jacob Saifidi. That's going to get the attention of the doctor. So we'll keep an eye on that as Gutherson takes the kick and is brought down here. We're now into the arm wrestle stage of this game. Neither side, this is the time not to make an error. As Dunster almost to halfway on tackle 2. Parramatta 22-20. Oh, Blake is hitting it up, and then he's met by Jacob Saifidi, steaming up out of the line. Next play comes from Dylan Brown to Campbell Gillard, who has the defenders backpedaling. 38 out. Played back now to Stone. Throws left to Cartwright. Cartwright to Dylan Brown. On to Lane, who dropped it. There's the mistake. There's the mistake Newcastle were crying out for. Now Ponga here, he wants play to stop. And yes, finally he's brought down. He had no interest in taking the line on there. He realises they had an extra 20 metres to gain by just stopping play and going back to where the error occurred, and that's what's going to happen. 14 to go, tension rising.
Funky attack again by Parramatta there. Just can't find their groove, and at the time it was Cartwright going into the line there and giving it out the back, and Brown down that left-hand side. Just hasn't had enough influence for mine in this one. Dan was really good a couple of weeks ago against the Melbourne Storm, but tonight, it's kind of been Mitchell Moses down this right-hand side, and Brown just needs to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and start, threatening a little bit more on his own and not being so worried about giving it to the people around him.
So scrum packs, Knights 20 short of halfway. 4 tries apiece. Nari Tuala has 3 of them for Newcastle, the other one to Heimel Hunt. So all tries to the wingers for Newcastle. Mitch Barnett now pounding it down the centre of this Brown Park at Rockhampton. 10 short of halfway. Play back to Brayley. Throws to Jacob Saifidi. Superb 2021 for Jacob. And he's almost to halfway where he stopped. Play to Brayley. Keeps it going to the right where it comes to Daniel Saifidi. And he's claimed 44 metres out. Picked up now by Jaden Brayley on to Pearce. Pearce out to Frizzell. And Frizzell carries it up to the 30. Good set this is turning into for Newcastle, but Frizzell made to play it. Last, Pearce sets himself. High kick. Here comes Best. Here comes another chaser in Clifford. Oh, great catch by Ferguson. He was on his back. He was like a puppy dog just calling for his own and to tickle his tummy, and he caught it. 11 out from their own line here, the Eels. So now it's Parramatta under a bit of pressure here territorially, and Jacob Saifidi again racing up out of the line to make first contact, and it's Hayes Dunster who has nowhere to go. Gutherson on to Campbell Gillard. He breaks the 20-metre line, but it's taken 4 tackles for Parramatta to do it. So now they're in a bit of territorial trouble. Here's Bryce Cartwright. He just carts it up here, and he'll be made to play it here. Last tackle comes to Moses, and he gets a towering kick. Quite they're in Denver, Colorado, and these kicks are going 60, 70 metres, no matter which way they're kicking, as it comes back here for Nari Tuala, and he's met.
I tell you
short
what,
of halfway.
There is no way they'd be playing at this intensity if they were playing at Denver. I had a test match over there once, and geez, they're playing at altitude. It does not take their breath away. This is one intense game.
Didn't you blokes not even get paid for that in the end?
No, the English boys did. I'm not too sure about the Kiwis, but all I can remember is gasping for air. It was a horrible experience playing at altitude. It really was.
And now Newcastle rolling down the middle. Here's Ponga getting involved. Slips a pass on the inside to Watson, but Watson chopped down around the ankles. 5 gone, 40 metres out. Last tackle. Clifford pokes in a kick to the wing of Ferguson, but he's nowhere to be seen. It comes across to Gutherson, who threw a dummy to someone in the crowd. And he was tackled here by Clifford. End-to-end stuff. 22-20, 11 to go on the Hyundai High Performance Forklift scoreboard. Now Moses, a dummy half. He throws it on to Ferguson. He grinds it out, but still Parramatta stuck behind their 20. This is another tense final. This is the 3rd in a row going down to the wire as Hayes Dunster. Geez, been busy, Hayes. That's his 17th run. He's 20 short of halfway. Niakore's had a strong game. He goes up the right edge with his 1-out run. Last tackle, Moses kicks down the middle. He's going to find the grass here. Now it rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls. Hunt letting it go. And the patience pays off. 20-metre tap, 7 tackles set. Just dribbling over the dead ball line. Yeah,
Newcastle really just starting to turn the screw, intense in their defence, and I thought it was a great kick, but it just trickled over for a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, there's not a lot of energy left out there, Dan. These guys have been going at it now for just on 70 minutes, so you would imagine that there's going to be some cracks starting to appear in those defensive lines, and it's going to be the Moses, it's going to be the Ponga, it's going to be the Clifford. Someone's going to take advantage and blow this wide open at some point.
The ironic, Pearce hasn't had a run all day. Campbell Gillard has knocked Frizzell off his feet. Spectacular tackle. Newcastle still short of halfway here. Clifford gets it onto Barnett, and now Parramatta racing up. This is a good defensive set from them as the ball is played to Brayley, who throws it on to Daniel Saifidi. And he's almost up to 150 metres now. Another good run from him. Last, Clifford to the air. Again aiming at the Ferguson side. But Gutherson says it's mine. Great catch.
Well,
Came forward. Courageous. Big Bradman Best was in his face, but Gutherson took it. And now a set restart. Just an extra tackle here from Parramatta. But it's handy. 9 to go. Eels 22. Knights 20. As Parramatta now bring it back, and they're 10 short of halfway here. Still early in the count as Moses throws it out to Dylan Brown. Now to Wanga Blake. He got Parramatta's first try, and he's met here by Frizzell. Playing it back now for Stone. Gives it to Papali'i. Swivels in the tackle and gets an offload. He finds Stone. Stone to the left now to Cartwright. Holds it out audaciously. Then turns it inside to Dunster, who comes in off his wing to bring it back towards the middle. This is now promising for Parramatta. 25 out, Dunster plays. It comes to Moses, puts in a kick well before the last. It's going to find the in goal. This time it sits up. Now, it's taken by the winger who's dropped down to Nari Tuala. Well, that's a big play from Moses. He follows up his own kick. I wonder if Tuala could have let that go. Either way, it's a dropout for Newcastle now to give it back to the Eels.
Yeah, sensational kick from Moses. Parramatta were out on their feet. Newcastle are out on their feet. Both teams just hanging on in there. We've spoke when is someone going to crack? It's got to be soon, doesn't it? It's got to be soon.
Couple of big plays there from some senior Parramatta players. It was a massive hit from RCG. Campbell Gillard, as we see Frizzell still struggling from that. It was a huge take there from Gutherson when the chips were down, and then a big kick by Moses. Their big three there, putting together a really nice period that gives them a good shot to almost wrap this one up, Dan.
I know Parramatta beat Brisbane 58-0 a few years ago, but this has to be the best game Moses has played in an important match. He has been the puppet master for Parramatta. Frizzell Dobbo is in trouble. What's doing with him?
Yeah, look, they're talking to the trainers. They need to make an interchange, so they're looking at it now. He is shot. There's something wrong with him at the moment, so I'm just seeing what the trainer's saying. So they're trying to get him off the field at the present moment.
Well,
it's time off, and there's a blow-up because
there should be.
Before it was given time off,
it's an ankle injury.
Yeah, so
it's not a HIA.
Yeah, I think what they said is they've got to remove
are going
him.
off at the moment. Yeah,
they've got to remove him or make a substitution. He can either sit off for a couple of minutes, and they're deliberating, but they're taking the sting out of the game.
Yeah, exactly right.
This only helps them.
Gives them a 2-minute blow.
Saifidi's on for him.
So Daniel Saifidi back into the game. You suspect that's the end of Frizzell this afternoon. But this now becomes the biggest set of the game. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left. Parramatta have been in front basically all afternoon once they took the lead at 6 points to 4. A chance to put this game away. Isaiah Papali'i brings the dropout back, and they're already up to the 20, Parramatta. Newcastle have held on bravely. Can they hold on one more time? As now it's Stone at dummy half. Throws to the right to Moses. Another run. Right foot step, left foot step. Tripped over himself. And he'll play it now 15 metres out centre field where Stone waits. He throws left this time to Campbell Gillard. Oh, they sit back and wait. They thought he was going to pass. And he carries it to within 5 of the line. Oh, shot, he play the ball. Ref says play on. Comes from Brown to Moses. Now Gutherson, a loose pass hauled in by Ferguson. Ferguson does well to go to ground and not get thrown into touch. 2 tackles left. Parramatta now with Gutherson. Oh, he doesn't like what he sees, so he's just going to take the tackle. Well, here we go. The last play coming up. What's Moses got this time? There's Stone on the right side. Picks it up. Throws to the middle. Moses hurries a grubber. It's an awkward bounce. It's a take. It's a try! I think. Cartwright. No! He got over, but he couldn't get it down. And Newcastle, desperation keeps their season alive. Klein's taking it upstairs as a no try, I believe.
Confirm the ball is held up. I have called held before the ball was lost.
So this would be a changeover because that happened on the last. Newcastle would get it back.
Did he call 6 again, though, Dan?
Did he call 6?
I think he did.
Well, he touches it.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Watson touches it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Cleanly by Bryce Cartwright, just looking to see if there is a grounding.
Yeah, well spotted. So it will be their ball. And
he calls held before the ball's dropped. So that's a key. It's key when the referee calls held.
You know what? Probably fair. Would you say?
The entire way.
So this now, what a big decision here. Oh, there's a little loose grip there before he really has a
Referee,
lash
this
at putting
point
it down.
held. We have a decision.
Yep.
Parramatta ball.
Parramatta ball. Another set. And they are pressing. Great work there from Connor Watson just to find a way to hold Bryce Cartwright up, who's a big man, 6'4", 107 kilos. And little Connor Watson just gets in there and somehow just holds him up. But Bryce will now play the ball, tackle one, and they are 10 metres out. And this is poised for the Eels
The Knights
to
are
shut
on
this
the
one down,
ropes.
Dan.
They are hanging on. Parramatta, have they got the knockout blow in them? As it's Papali'i playing it. Now it comes from Stone to Brown to Moses. The pass at the line to Niokore, who holds onto it well. Taken though. Played back to Gutherson. Runs down the skinny right side. He's run into some traffic there, and he's going to be collected easily. So quickly, 3 tackles have gone here for Parramatta. They haven't thrown much at Newcastle as it comes back to the left. Moses to Paulo, and Paulo, he's dropped down, but he slipped it as he was falling. Now comes to Moses to Brown. Brown away. Wagga Blake has a dart. He's tackled, but he slips it past to Dunster. Dunster put down, but here we go. Last tackle, Cartwright. Oh, he takes forever to get the pass away to Dylan Brown. Pokes up a kick, 10 metres out. Taken by Parramatta. Awful pass. Thrown to Bradman Best. Best hangs onto it. Newcastle is still alive.
It was an awful set, Dan. They did nothing then with the football. Gutherson on a couple of occasions just going down short side with lots more defenders than there were attackers and just burning plays.
Yeah, the most dangerous they looked is when Paulo had the ball and he had some option runners and then he got the offload away.
Newcastle 22-20 down. Parramatta up, 5 minutes left. As the Parramatta decide they may rue that missed opportunity. Pearce now shovels it on. Barnett keeps it going to Clifford. Clifford slips off a defender, but Moses and Papali'i clean it up. So they don't make all that many metres. They're barely at halfway. Last tackle on the last. All Pearce can do is kick it deep. And almost is too deep. Gutherson has caught it in the goal. Geez, early. Actually, Kleiner's called that from 50 metres away, but he's done it with confidence, and that's a 20-metre tap, 7 tackle set. Oh, jeez, I think that's wrong. But anyway, it's not that expensive. It would have been Parramatta's ball anyway, but now they just get the extra tackle. 22-20, 4.5 to go. Chances running out for Newcastle. They just can't get to the attacking end to give Ponga a real crack at it. Now Penasini hitting it up here down the right side. Penrith waits. Parramatta almost there. As now Stone throws it infield to Niokore. Another big run from the right of Niokore. Another one of these Eels that's cracked 100 metres. Up to halfway. Here's Papali'i. He has been superb yet again off the bench as he is taken by 3 defenders. On the 40. They don't have to score again, Parramatta. Comes to Moses, runs at the line, then a pass at the line to Niokore. A popular play today, and the defenders are there in numbers. Eerie light here. We've got the sunset with the lights taking effect. It's quite orange here in Rockhampton. Now it comes to Papali'i, crashing it down beyond the 20. Gee, it's a good set. And now the last play. They dearly love 6 more. They dearly love a try. Moses to the right to Gutherson. He puts in a kick. Penasini's taken out of it. Penasini's taken out of it. This could be a problem. Ponga is then thrown over the dead ball line by Ferguson. But this will all come down to Will Penasini. If he's taken out of it, it's either a penalty try or it's 10 in the bin for a night.
Okay, we've got tackle 6 here. I have no try. We're looking at any deliberate interference on the chaser and a possible sin bin if it is deliberate.
It was a lovely little play from Parramatta though to create this opportunity, running it on the last tackle.
So here's Gutherson putting in the kick.
He certainly gets the foot to it. Mitchell Pearce came across and said Gutherson dropped it, but he didn't. He just gets his foot there to it late. Now does
Tuala
just impede Penasini
before he
obstruct his opportunity to catch the football and put it down, because if he catches the ball here, which he's still got an opportunity to do.
Just looking to determine it's actually a kick.
Geez, you're obsessed with the kick.
It's a kick.
He's kicked it, Gutherson. He's kicked it before.